So in the beginning of 2024, I set out to try and improve as much as I could in writing music. It was a pretty interesting time for me because not only was I learning to write music again, but I was also trying to learn how to draw as well as learning Japanese all at the same time.
Oh my god!
I used to write music in the past when I was still a freshman in college, but it was only really something I did as a casual hobby. But at the start of 2024, I really wanted to take it more serious. I think the big turning point that made me really want to try my best with learning music was when I listened to the music from Stellar Blade for the first time. Something about the music in that game just sounded so grand and epic, and I wondered if I could learn to write music like that in the future. The big, large orchestral masterpieces I hear in games like Monster Hunter and Final Fantasy, could I learn to write stuff like that one day? During that time, I was looking at countless videos on how to improve at writing music, but nothing really seemed like it could point me towards what I should be doing or the mentality I should have. Not until I started approaching it more generally. So I started doing more simple searches. How do I improve at art? With this, I found a whole plethora of videos on how to improve not as a music composer, but as a digital artist. And even though the content wasn't catered towards me, I felt like there was a lot of things I could take away from what I was watching. The biggest thing that stood out to me was the idea that writing for orchestra is all about getting the first sketch to be really good. I'm sure the best composers start their pieces with a piano sketch, so if I could get good at writing for piano, surely I'll be able to write really good orchestral pieces, right? So for all of 2024, I only wrote piano sketches. I mean, they're only piano sketches, so how hard could they be? Well, as it turned out for me, it was pretty tough. A lot of times it would take me up to 3 hours just to write 8 bars of music, which was really embarrassing. I really tried the best I could to make everything sound as best as I could, but this would just make writing take forever. And as I started to write more, yes, I improved, but writing would just take so long, and the quantity of pieces I was writing was really bad due to how perfect I wanted each piece to be. Most times I was lucky if I could even finish a minute of piano music every week, and it was pretty bad. Now, this isn't to say that I wasn't improving. I've improved so much in 2024. Looking back at my old piano sketches to now, I've definitely improved. Pieces I was writing each week was still pretty terrible, and a lot of times I wouldn't even write for weeks. I'd often get burnt out or not feel like writing a piece for piano at all. I'd much rather just watch anime in Japanese or play a game with my friends. So what's with the change of mindset I'm having for 2025? So again, this goes back to my journey of also venturing into other things I was interested in. Around the later half of 2024, my YouTube was getting recommended with all types of art videos. Eventually, I caved in and decided, why not, let's learn to draw. This is probably where I had the biggest realization to what I've been doing wrong when it comes to learning to compose music. The first thing I realized was that I needed to just write more music. These art videos really wanted to instill into me that I need to get more reps, more mileage in my drawings. I have to hit numbers. One piece of music a week really isn't enough writing. These art guys are doing like 5 to 10 sketches a day. Of course, I can't write 10 pieces of music a day, but is it really that hard to do 1 minute of music a day? At the moment, it seems like it would be a pretty big struggle, but I'm sure over time it has to get faster, right? Second thing I learned was I need to do things that keep me wanting to compose more. Of course, doing counterpoint practice, writing only for piano, and taking courses is important. They've helped me get to the point I am now, but the important thing is that I'm composing music consistently and that I'm enjoying the process of composing. The main reason I want to write music is because I want to make big orchestral pieces like what I hear in my favorite video games, but for a whole year I've only been writing for piano. So of course it's natural I'd get burnt out, right? I kept saying to myself, I'll write for orchestra at the end of the year once I've gotten better at writing for piano. I feel like that mindset was wrong to have, and I should have just been writing for orchestra from the beginning and accepted that it's going to suck. So with that out of the way, what am I changing in 2025 and why am I making this video? Well, the first thing is I want to make music composition my main interest. I like it that making music is the thing that I like doing the most, and once I finish writing, then my other hobbies are what I do, not the other way around. Another thing is that I need to just write more music. I'm not sure how realistic 1 minute of music a day is, but I feel that over time, it will become more achievable. Say at the end of the week, I've managed to write 5 to 6 pieces of music. At the end of the month, that's about 20 1-minute songs. I feel like that should take priority over watching a bunch of courses, reading music theory tips, or arrangement ideas. Of course, it's important to go through these courses, read these books, but I feel like it should be something I go towards when I feel like I'm really missing something or I don't understand what I'm doing. So what are my goals for 2025 and why the heck am I making this channel? Well, my goal for 2025 simply is just to write more music. My goal is to write 1 minute of music a day, which might be pretty ambitious, but it's worth a shot. I plan to use this channel as a way to keep me consistent and accountable with my progress, and I plan to upload videos every 100 hours to checkpoint myself and give updates on where I am and my current issues. I wanted to make this video as a sort of start for what I want this channel to be, as I'm not making this video or future videos as a way to grow my channel really fast, but as a way to keep me motivated and perhaps even motivate others. There are so many videos online that I see of small content creators documenting their progress learning art or even other languages, where their goal is just to show their growth over time and maybe even motivate others to keep working on their journeys as well. If you watched this far, thank you, and if you wish to stay up to date on my music progress, I'll be uploading every song, good or terrible, as YouTube shorts on this channel. Each video will also have a stamp of how many hours I put into music writing at that moment, so it'll be cool to see the hours eventually stack up over time. Other than that, thanks for watching, peace.